collect at TT Post. Always bring down thing and go on TT Post. I had ordered this item nearly a month ago, or more, from China. And yes, it takes a very long time to receive an item when you get it from China. But it just reach a month and more. You really have to have patience when it coming from China, right? But anyways, so I decided, well, I'm up. This item might perk me up, and it might give me some motivation to do something. Because I feel another second thing, but I get up and I say, oh gosh, I remember this TT Post item. I know they leave it for more than 7 days, they charging fee on it. Yeah. And you had to make sure. So, you know, I encourage a little bit to go and get it. Negatively encourage, but nevertheless, to get it. Now, usually, when I step out that door, I have a plan. I go to do my stuff and then I come back home. Hardly ever lingering in the process. I don't know about you. Men like that? Men in the house? Yeah. All they go and buy TV. All they go in the aisle with TV, you buy the TV, you come back home. You go and stroll everywhere else. Women, well, I don't know what I doubt. It's this line, this show is looking too good. Let me check the next side. And the next side. And after all that checking, you still come back with no shoe. But that's nothing. They're complaining. All they're good in all their own way, we're good in our own way. Right? So anyways, I hardly linger in the process. My intent was to be out for a mere 1 hour. All this happened around 2 p.m. I get up later, so you know, I lose half the day. Or that never happened to anyone else? Or they don't lose half the day? So I lose half the day. No, somebody say no, alright. I collected the items and I was a bit disappointed that it was not the item I had hoped for. Ever happened to you? Were you expecting it to really come the same way? It didn't come the same way. But I had a few more packages expected to come. All this time, forgetting that I didn't eat for the day either. So I was a little bit hungry. But 2 o'clock, I sleep. You know, I'm a little hungry, but not major. So my next destination was to go where? To this Chinese food place, people. When you're sick, you don't really cook unless it's soup or something you're cooking. You go to the Chinese food place and get some food. You see if I remove the KFC, the dietitian can still be gone. So I try to bring up something slightly a little healthier now. It's not healthier, but slightly a little healthy. And so I go past by the Chinese food place. So I went by the Chinese food place. Of course, against perhaps the wishes of the wife and dietitian, as I said. So I went to, all you know Hampton? Anybody know Hampton? Yeah. Palmyra? If you don't know Palmyra. Hampton is where I normally buy Chinese food. Right? Wait, they get free advertising in church now, boy? I had to tell them about that. So while I'm Hampton, I decided to pop into the grocery next door because Hampton Chinese food place there, grocery next door, I went to the grocery. I will get to my point, don't worry. Because when you're sick, you know what you want to get into? Other than Chinese food? Snacks, somebody says. Yeah, what snacks? I'll be that straight. Yeah, what some snacks? And that's the time when you want sweet drink and all that kind of sweet thing. Because the stomach can handle sophisticated food. We can handle cornmeal, which is what the snacks is usually having. So I tend to when I'm sick, I tend to gravitate towards these things. Like kiss cakes, snacks, everything that's fat, everything that's sweet. Anything, you know, fat and sweet is good. Not necessarily together, but nevertheless, right? So, anyway, so I get the food, I get the Chinese food, I get the snacks. I already have my package as well, so you know, things looking alright. It's in the car, things looking good. And last but not least, I decided to stop off at the pharmacy. When you say get your stuff off at the pharmacy, this sounds like a usual run for any of you. Yeah. You get your money, yeah, you stop off at the pharmacy, you get a little something. I went to get some emergency. They said the vitamin C good for you, for fighting the cold and flu. Yeah. Panadine, because Shani feeling a little ache and pain. Right? And then some cough medicine for me. Well, I decided to get the most expensive cough medicine. I asked for Benadryl. I don't know if you know about Benadryl. Yeah. Benadryl was $71. I remember because I said, wait, how medicine so expensive? That's kicks. Or let's say a cancer tablet here. Cancer tablet is like $100 for one or $200 for one. But anyways, thanks be to God, we had a problem. But anyway, so I get no Benadryl and thing. Spend a little bit of money, at least about $300 there and all kind of different things and so forth. With the stuff. And, if you have a cough and it's itching real plenty, get Benadryl. Benadryl is easy itching. You know, sometimes you have a cough due to the itching is caused the cough itself. Alright, so you might be, as I say, you might be wondering where I'm going with this. Just listen for less than 2 more minutes. At the pharmacy of which I am accustomed to visiting from time to time, all seemed well. I get through fairly quickly. In fact, I get through unusually quickly at the pharmacy. Sometimes I go by the pharmacy and nobody wants to serve me. They just stand up there and they're looking around. But today going well. Today seems like I get through real quick. I take nothing like it. I just say good, thanks be to God. And after paying and having my items in my bag, I turn around to leave. And as I am halfway in the middle of the pharmacy, facing the exit, I could see the door of the pharmacy. I see an African man fall to the ground. And the first thought I have is, Lord, like they're drunk and they're fighting. Which on the grand scheme of things, when you think about it, if they're drunk and they're fighting, well, that's still okay. That didn't scare me so much. But then I saw a gun. And then I saw another gun. 2 men came to the pharmacy. And I saw no faces, I just see 2 guns. And I was instantly shocked on the sight of the gun. Brother Tom, you don't know why you read that scripture this morning? Maybe. Or maybe you did, I don't know. I don't know if anybody tell you. I didn't leave that out to the WhatsApp. I'll tell you why I didn't leave it out to the WhatsApp. We'll get to that point just now. And I quickly backed up when I realized there was 2 guns. I quickly backed up to the back of the pharmacy in search for shelter and protection. Right? And all this time, never looking at the faces of the people who had the guns. Instantly, my word and my thinking changed as I was unsure of what my next step would be. Physical step, that is. And whether it would have been my last step altogether. What a week it has been. A week had passed by. This wasn't even a week. This happened in a few minutes this morning. And as I went to the back, I heard a man who didn't even shout. He didn't even shout. He just said, "This is a robbery." Yes, you know how you see on TV, they say, "This is a robbery," and they put the gun in the air. Nothing like that. He said, "This is a robbery." That's what he said. Throw everything you have. That's what he said. And I asked stupidly, "What do you want?" Never once looking up at that man who was there in front of me with a gun. And one of them said in response, "Throw everything!" Duh! It's funny now, I guarantee you it wasn't funny then. How many of you all experienced that in your life? Well, my hand up. And so while halfway standing, and my head faced to the ground, I'm standing kind of halfway, my head faced to the ground, not intentionally not looking at these people because they don't even have on masks. They didn't even have on masks. That kind of gave me a sign already. Hear what now? I don't need to know this person, because if I know this person, I might not end up, in a good position here. Head to the ground. I said to him, "I'm not looking at you, just take everything." And I took out my phone, and then my wallet, and then Charlene car keys, because I was with Charlene car. In fact, I don't have a car. My car parked up. I just use mommy car or Charlene car. Mommy's Tida, Charlene's vehicle. It is my car, technically speaking, legally. I can take half of it, I can cut it half if I'm divorced. But I can't use half a car anyways. It's Charlene car. Alright? And at that point in time, I had no chance to pity myself. This is how fast this thing happened. I had no chance to pity myself. That I was giving up my possessions. The wallet with the bank cards, the money, the debit card, whatever became nothing to me. Yeah? You see, this is why when I preach and I say that money is not everything, I mean it. And I have gone through it this week. Money is not everything.
That's right, brother.
That card, that plastic card you put in there and give you some digits, and once some digits higher up, it tell you have plenty of money. It is not everything. You will think, if you think that way, I encourage you not to think that way. I would encourage you not to think that way, for a reason. You see, I don't want to say anything, I don't want to say things that bad, I don't want to declare things in your life. I would stay away from declaring bad things in your life. But, so moving on. So, though I knew, right, so I said, and the car keys, it also became nothing to me, Charlene, sorry. I know how much she worked for that car. I know what that car is to her because it is one of her only expensive possessions. One of her only expensive possessions. Right? We're not millionaires. All we have is a good car, good house. May I say it's bad, but right? And Charlene's car keys became nothing to me at that point in time. And though I knew that if they took that car, I would have to be the one, that would have been one of the hardest things to go to my wife and tell her this is one of her prized possessions and it is going on. And at the same time, I went to the ground. I began to go to the ground. And I found myself at the corner of the pharmacy in the back, kneeling, while I remember a woman a few feet away. I could hear the woman, I didn't look at the woman. I could hear the woman a few feet away calling out to Jesus, saying, Jesus, 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 oh Jesus, Jesus, oh Jesus. That's all she was saying. That's all she was saying. I have great respect for the women, They know who to call out to.
Yes.
We are mothers me. Learn it well. And all this time, I myself was praying, but I couldn't find much words to pray. Yeah? All I said, because you see, I didn't want to pray. For me, if I had say something out loud, I feel like they would have focus and attention on me. Like how she was saying, Jesus, 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 she didn't know what to do. Me, I was quiet, but I was praying in my mind. I didn't want them to be attracted to me. Right? And I said, the first thing I said was, Lord, forgive me of my sins. That's what I said. Lord, forgive me of my sins. To some degree, I was preparing for anything. Or should I say the worst outcome? And I closed my eyes. I sit down and I close my eyes. I can still remember feeling the cold tiles while I was sitting down there. Not only kneeling down, my hands were on the ground too. Hiding behind, we'll come to that just now. Right? Hiding behind a lady, no. All I could say, and after I said that, I closed my eyes and if I remember correctly, all I said in my mind was, Lord, please no. Can't even remember if I actually blooded Jesus to be on me. That's how fast this thing happened. You see, that's why, remember I say it too, before you leave the house, what to do? The blood of Jesus. I was vulnerable as well. I didn't ask the blood of Jesus. I didn't when I left there. Maybe because I was a little sick and maybe because I know I was going something I accustomed to, I didn't say something. Didn't even say it out loud because as I said, I didn't want the attention of the robbers. And after what seems to be a long time, because as you can imagine, it was a traumatic experience, crouched in the corner behind a lolly freezer. You know them normal freezer? I end up behind that freezer. How I fit there? Look like God make a way for that place, that little spot there for me to hide. I'm telling you, it had no reason that spot needed to be there. I can't understand why. That's a wasted space according to our business owner. Why would you have a space there? But it was there for me to hide. And then a man said, call the police, call the police. And then I realized they had left. I didn't even hear when they leave. That's to tell you how it was. Them come quick and they left quickly. You didn't hear the door close, they didn't hear no chime, somebody didn't chime on the door. Nothing like that. And brothers and sisters, today I want to let you know that God moves in mysterious ways.
Amen.
I have had a few days to think about what happened. And I tend to do that. Sometimes that incident happened, and my mind will go off on afterwards. Hey boy, that could have happened, that could have happened, could have fall out there, could have do this, whatever it is, it happened there. And I want to let you know that some people said that we were lucky. I say that we were blessed this morning. I say that we were blessed. Because sometimes I say, boy, remember I tell all this, I say, boy, you're lucky. And now I start to say, boy, I'm blessed. Well, more and more and more I realize what it is to be blessed in this life this morning. God preserved my life. God preserved my life. Firstly, they hit the security guard with what they call a gun, but you know, the top of the gun, they hit him. And they kicked him once, they walk over, he hand. That is how ruthless they were, right? The video is on Facebook, but it doesn't have me, I was on the back. It only have one angle. I'm sure they would have captured me, the private videos that they probably have captured me. But that one didn't capture me, I was surprised. But anyways, secondly, I am nearly certain that that gun was pointed at me when he was asking me, give up everything. Because a man who put the gun down, when he's asking for something, it was at gunpoint. But because my head was down, I didn't look. Since I spoke directly, as I said, to one of the robbers. So he could have shot me, even out of mere bad mind. You know, some of them, after they rob you, they want to shoot you. Yes. The madness is gone. He could have. I wouldn't even know who would have shot me if that was the case this morning. You think life is real, you know, people. Yes. But God is realer than life. Yes. God is realer than life. I wonder if I wasn't serving God, what would have happened? I wonder. That's why when I stand here today, it's so real. I can't believe it. I can't believe that I'm in church here today. And I am so happy to be in church here today. You will believe. More happy than, I was happy before. But I am so happy to be in church this morning. But as I say, today I stand before you because of no credit of myself, but every credit that is due to Almighty God and Jesus this morning. This is one part of my testimony. Only I have my testimony. I can't go on and on with all different things. This is just one great testimony that I have this morning. How many times up to recently we hear about robberies that go so very bad? Yes. Up to recently, I think this week, some coconut vendor went in the make a wrong turn, end up dead. Imagine all you do is make a wrong turn in the wrong road and you dead. You never thought that was going to happen. This is what happened. Or so I read. I didn't read the whole story. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And so we hear that they shoot this one, they kill the owner, whatever it is. But that day, the only man who got hurt was that security guard. They had other people inside there. Yet he still lived to tell the tale of a story against two men who pointed two guns at him. But he still ended up good. Yes. I mean, I still feel sorry for him. But he's strong, boy. He take a gun, but he bleed for a little while. But if I didn't take that, I might have bleed for a whole hour. He bleed for about 5 minutes, and that was it. Wherever coagulation happened, and he stopped bleeding. And if that was not all, brothers and sisters, they took everything except the keys to my wife's car. Imagine that. I didn't have time to look. The keys not up right there. And let me tell you, I didn't write this one, but I now remember. When he say everything, man, I see all kind of dollars and things just fall on it. People just have to throw money on the ground, you know. Fold and everything. It's like a heap. And they take up everything clear and thing except that keys. I say thanks be to God this morning. I don't know why. I don't know when he picked up everything else except those keys. And I don't even know how he picked up all that stuff so fast. And as I said, I had Wednesday evening to think about it, Thursday to think about it, Friday, Saturday, and we're here in church this morning, brothers and sisters. My brothers and sisters, I declare that I was blessed with more life because of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords this morning. It is only because of him this morning. I could have been no more. In fact, on Friday, I was thinking, as mommy was celebrating her birthday, that could have been a Friday that she might have had to forget about her birthday and either bury me or visit me in a hospital. What does this have to do with the word and the scripture this morning? I read a scripture. Daniel was not the king, but he was cherished by the king. We know that. And Daniel had good days, just like we all have good days. And if you don't know anything, my middle name is Daniel. Richard Daniel Randall. And I always complain about that name, Daniel. I say, well, why couldn't you have a little better name like Daniel? And if you think I didn't have a problem with Daniel, I had a problem with Richard too. I said, why are you making the hardest thing that people can pronounce? They just say Richardi, Richarde. There's what you think. What name is this you get here? But anyways, my middle name is Daniel. And this Daniel, me, I have had many good days. Good days for me is being in the comfort of my home, if you know me. Knowing that my loved ones are okay and the church is okay. Man, I do that. May I have to go much further than that. That is just me, of course. But for the Daniel of the Bible, a day in question turned on him. And he was unfortunately perhaps put into the lion's den. And when I was in that pharmacy which was a normal pharmacy, turned into a lion's den for me. Those robbers were like lions, and I had no power over those robbers. And I was at the mercy of lions. But more importantly, I was at the mercy of lions, but also under the power of Almighty God this morning. And there was no exit for me. That the exit was taken. There was no way I could exit. Them pharmacy people were not open for me neither. Them leaving me right there. Right? And I could not run out from the den. Yet as Daniel in the Bible says in verse 22, my God has sent his angel and has shut the lions' mouths, and they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, this is Daniel, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. And brothers and sisters, I'm nearly finished. I believe that God sends his angels to shut the lion's mouth. You know, sometimes I say things based on the word of God. Amen. I don't always have an experience to associate it with. But this is one of those experiences. I'm still not too sure what it really have, but it is an experience I can tell you that I can really see what the word of God says is true as well. You have to hold on to Christ Jesus. You see, every time you miss your service and you miss what you have to do, remember that you're doing it for something. You don't know what you're doing it for. Maybe it was maybe it wasn't my value, but maybe because there is a purpose and a reason for me being here that God saved my life. At this point in time, it doesn't matter. The main point is God saved my life this morning. God saved my life this morning. And I, for one, judge myself as fairly as possible. I know that I am not a perfect man. Yet God thought it fit to spare my life. And for this reason, I am grateful and thankful that he has preserved my life this morning. Today, if I did not go through that experience, I would not have been able to testify and give God all the glory, all the honor, all the praise. And even if I said it, I would not have said it with the